Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today, and we are going to be asking the question, am I on the right path? Okay, so whatever the right path means for you, some of you may want to interpret this as a love reading. Are you on the right path with love? But really focusing on whatever area of your life you do want to sort of know about, as well as, you can be looking at the entirety of your life as a whole. Are you on the right path towards things? Okay, so it's up to you whether you do want to sort of segment that out in regard to that, or whether you are just sort of looking at a bit of an overview. Are you on the right path for yourself in general? Okay, I will let everyone know if you do leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. We'll be drawing that really soon when we get into our first 100 subscribers. So please like and subscribe to the channel as well. Today I'm going to be using, I've got 3 different decks here. Okay, so firstly I am using a deck that I have sort of come up with myself. This is sort of my yes, no deck. Okay, so we are going to ask straight on out, for each of the signs, am I on the right path? Yes or no. There is obviously, yeses and nos in there, but we also have a lot of other, in between sort of answers as well. Okay, then we will look at the challenges, either getting back onto your path or the challenges that you are facing on this path. We do have the Soul's Journey deck for that. It's a lesson deck, so it does have some lessons of advice of how to sort of get back on the right track. But I also do have that beautiful lenormand deck that it is a new deck of mine, the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. Okay, so I will be using that to get some advice for you on how to either stay on the right path or get back onto the right path for you yourself. Okay, so as always, I will be taking timestamps, so they will be in the description box, as they are with all my videos. Okay, but starting off today with Aries. How are we, Aries? We're asking today, are you on the right path? Okay, Aries. Aries, are you on the right path? I'm going to grab 2 so we can get, a nice overview of those answers, even though they are just yes or no questions. Firstly, we do have yes, okay? So I do understand the camera is backwards, but that does say yes. But we also have drawn realign. So some slight realignments may be necessary, but overall you are on the right path. But, definitely that need to sort of realign yourself with knowing that you are on the right path, I feel, for a lot of you, Aries. Okay, so challenges Aries may face on their path. Challenges Aries might be facing. Once again, I'm just going to grab 2 of these as well. Challenges for Aries on the right path. Okay, Aries, we do have friendship and courage coming through as your main challenges. Okay, so friendship, it does say, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, so we may have a bit of a challenging aspect when we're losing friends from our life, or understanding that certain people do come into our life for a reason. There is that saying, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So we are experiencing at the moment, you may be noticing people in your life for specific reasons, and that being a bit of a challenge to you. So maybe you just need to learn something from knowing that person, from that person directly. Maybe you need to learn about losing somebody that you thought was important to you as a friend, but friendship coming through as a potential challenge on your path. Okay. We also have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So, finding the courage to face those fears is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you, Aries. So really encourage yourself to, be facing any of those fears, and to show yourself that you can have this courage, and don't let that challenge you, okay? It is a potential challenge there, Aries. But facing those fears, that can be with a lot of different things. Sometimes we can be fearful of just being on the right path. And like we saw there with that realign energy. So, having the courage to accept that this may be your path, and moving forward with that. Okay. Advice for Aries. Advice for Aries to find their true path. Advice for Aries to find their true path, please. Okay, so Aries, very, very interesting here, because we do firstly have the masculine and the dog energy that have come out for you. So we are once again seeing friendship coming through in your advice sector. Okay, so we are seeing that with that masculine energy as well. So for some of you, this may be directly talking about a male friend, and needing to sort of look at the reason that that person is actually in your life. Are they supporting you? Are they loyal to you? Are they compassionate to you? That all sorts of questions, when it comes to advice with that friendship card. Is this person as loyal to you as you want them to be? Are they being compassionate with you? As a friend, are they being a true friend? I suppose wants to come through there. We do see the masculine element. Like I said, I don't like to genderize those, but it definitely could be a male friend that it's coming through quite blandly. But we do see somebody here, and I feel like it would be you, Aries, needing to actually really think about things quite logically and non-emotionally. So you may emotionally be drawn to certain people as your friends, and when we lose friends, we may be emotional about losing that friend, but actually really getting up in your head, and logically thinking through, what was the reason I met this person? What have I learned from knowing that person? What have I learned from having them in my life? And really actually looking at the logic behind this friendship. And like I said too, with those questions in mind with that friendship, logically looking at, is this person supporting me in the way that I need them to? When it comes to, them being a friend, are they being a true friend to me? And once again, having that courage to, if someone isn't being a true friend to you, Aries, facing that fear of losing a friend, and, maybe cutting that person off, if it's not serving your highest good, okay, that may just be part of your path in the near future. It is to, realign yourself with your path, and realign yourself as who you are within these friendships as well. Obviously, friendships being very, very important for you at the moment, since we do have both those cards coming through with friendship. We also have the Star card, Aries. So once again, I'm getting that coming through as that advice to realign with your truest desires. Really, really focus on what it is that you do wish for. What is it that you are truly desiring? And following that path. Don't allow yourself to veer off the course of achieving all your wishes, and allowing your dreams to come true, Aries. The star is really about and I'm really getting drawn to that. Obviously the story of Jesus, where they follow the star, and that's the true path for them. So there may be a true wish that you do have, a true desire that you have deep down that you're not following, and needing to realign yourself with that star, that wish, that desire, and start following it again. Okay, so have the courage to face your fears, and follow your true desires. Okay, Aries. So that's what we have for you, Aries. Do make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. But we will move over to our Taurus. Okay, just collecting those cards I just dropped. So I'll timestamp from here. Hi, Taurus. How are you today? We're just looking at, are you on the right path? Okay, so we're going to grab two sort of, that one jumped out. I haven't asked as of yet, but I am going to grab two of these cards. This is just a deck of my own with sort of answers to yes, no sort of questions here. So is Taurus on the right path? Is Taurus on the right path? Okay, Taurus, we do have, you are close to being on the right path. You're very, very close, okay? So you maybe not quite on the right path, but you are close. And we are also seeing go back to basics, all right? So the fundamentals, you are on the right path when it comes to the fundamentals of your life, okay? But you're so close. It's kind of like, there's too much excess clogging up that path for you at the moment, Taurus. You are really close, but you do need to, streamline your path at this time. Go back to the basics. Go back to the fundamental things that draw you to that particular path, and focus on the basics, the basic stuff. Rather than involving 20 million things, all excess to following that right path. So it's just sort of close but no cigar, Taurus. We are there. We are on the right path when it comes to the basics of that path, but we may have taken a few twists and turns, and some extra things have sort of clogged up that path at the moment, and we're focusing on we're focusing on the things that are on the path rather than the path, and continuing to move forward on that path. Okay, challenges for Taurus. What are the challenges for Taurus on their path? Okay, Taurus, we do have some hard-hitting energy here. We do have envy coming through first and foremost. That does say, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, so not being envious of other people, because, they have their own challenges to worry about. You need to worry about your own challenges, your own path, not worry about what other people are doing, worry about what you are doing, Taurus. We also do have guilt, okay? So I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay, so I do feel as though they are closely linked. So the obstacles for you on your path are actually all about, getting over guilt for where other people are compared to yourself. So, for some of you, that's going to play out like you're feeling like you should be further down your path because look at how far down their path these people are, and feeling guilty for not being as far as you feel that you should be compared to others around you. Whereas for others of you, this is actually coming through as guilt that you are doing better than other people. So there's no need to feel that way. You are your own person with your own challenges. You release any beliefs that no longer assist in your soul's growth. So don't look back, don't look forward, focus on your path, and get back to basics of worrying about yourself first and foremost, Taurus. Don't allow where other people may or may not be to affect you on your path. Okay, Taurus? Advice for Taurus with following their path, please. Advice for Taurus. Advice for Taurus with their path. Advice for Taurus with their true path. Okay, so interesting message here, Taurus. We do have the book, followed by the coffin, and then the dog. Okay, so I can see straight away with that dog card there that this envy, this guilt of where other people may be. A lot of the time that's coming through friendships, and this is the card of friendship and loyalty and support. Feeling as though you need to be more loyal to other people on their own path. Feeling as though you need to show more support for others, but no, you need to show that support for yourself first and foremost. So your advice is kind of to actually have these strong relationships, but not actually holding that guilt over yourself about these relationships, and really understanding that even though you may be really close to somebody and you want to be there to support them and whatnot, that's all that you can do. their path is still their own, and everyone needs to sort of learn their own lessons on their own path. They have their own challenges and obstacles to face. You have your own challenges and obstacles to face. So you can still be there to show them compassion and support, and be loyal to them. But that should not overtake you and your path and your obstacles and your challenges. Okay, Taurus, because we do have here with the book and the coffin. The coffin is all around. I'm really feeling as though this is a chapter that is ending for you. There's something about especially too when we're saying go back to basics, Taurus. There's something you need to end out, a chapter you need to close on your life there. So this book is closed. So definitely looking at a closure, a breaking away from something that has been a part of your story in the past, but it doesn't have to be part of your story in the future. It's clogging up your path. You need to sort of find yourself that closure and break free from these past stories that you told yourself about yourself. Once again, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay, so I do feel for a lot of you, this part of this story that has been part of your story is a belief that you have had about yourself for a long time, and you need to close that energy out. The coffin is all about closing the coffin, death and rebirth. So, that belief within you, killing that off so that new energy can be spurned from that. For a lot of you, this is going to be linked with the whole sort of story that I've got here, in regard to, friendships and where other people are at, comparing yourself to other people. So, closing that belief off and no longer, it no longer serves you. There's no need for you to be pitting yourself against others. That's clogging up your path. Okay, you're so close, but you do need to go back to basics of who you are and what you want and the path that you are on, Taurus. Okay, don't let other people cloud your path. All right. Very interesting, Taurus. But do leave a comment and let me know if that resonates for you and your particular situation. Everyone that does comment will go in the draw for a free personal reading. So make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel as well. I do appreciate the support. But we will move on to Gemini. How are we today, Gemini? We're just looking today at, are you on the right path? Okay, so we're going to have a look here. Firstly, I've got my yes-no cards. Okay, so Gemini, is Gemini on the right path? Is Gemini on the right path? Firstly, we have close, Gemini. So you are very, very close to being, yes, on the right path. Okay, because we do have yes as well. So close to being a resounding yes. I feel as though you are super, super close to definitely being on the right path where you need to be in your particular life, in your situation, whatever you are sort of thinking about the most at the moment. So there may be some elements where you are getting tempted to be drawn off your path here and there, but you are on the right path for you yourself. Okay, Gemini, we'll have a look at your most likely challenges. What may be sort of making that a close instead of a resounding yes? Okay, Gemini, challenges for Gemini on their path, please. Okay, so straight away I can see why we're close but not quite. But we do have imagination coming through first and foremost. So I feel as though you're holding yourself back from releasing your full imagination, and you're sort of limiting yourself to where you think you can go in this world. You're definitely holding yourself back and limiting yourself. You use your imagination, branch out, go bigger. Gemini. It does say, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So, be creative with your path at the moment, where you want to go in this world. Like I just get that sense of, go bigger, go bigger. You're thinking too small, Gemini. We also do have indecision. Okay, so this is where I straight away feel as though we are close, but not fully yes as of yet with your path, because indecision, in this card is represented by the road in the lenormand. So it's really about walking the right path. Am I walking the right path? And questioning yourself quite a lot, feeling as though you may have made the wrong choices in the past, and really undecided about, should I go this way, should I go that way, and really sort of not following your intuition when it comes to making decisions and choices in your life. And that's sort of what's pulling you back from being fully on the right path, is because you are sort of questioning yourself so heavily when it comes to that. It does say, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So yeah, really using your intuition to trust that you are following the right path, and when you are faced with any decisions or challenges or obstacles along that path, to make those choices following your heart, following your intuition, rather than allowing yourself to think. I feel like you probably overthink those choices, and you sort of think, you're thinking too far ahead. Like you're indecisive about making clear-cut decisions, because you're like, oh well, what if this happens, and then what if that happens, and then what if this happens, and you're not actually just listening to your heart and going with the choice that feels right to you. So use your imagination and follow that intuition, Gemini. But we'll get some advice for you as well. Advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. How can Gemini follow their true path, please? Okay, so we do have conversations, the birds card there coming through. So conversations coming through. We do also have the sun, which does bring things to light. So there may be sort of certain conversations that bring, things to light for you in the near future. And it's really sort of advising you to trust the happiness. Once again, follow your intuition and follow the happiness. Really talking things through with a lot of people too, and that will really help bring things to light for you, bring it out into the light. So when we're facing those indecisions, Gemini, really sort of talking it through with other people, and it will actually sort of bring the right answer to light for you intuitively, and follow the happiness, follow the sun, and you will sort of definitely be making those right choices. Because we also do have the hedge maze card there, which definitely does talk about that confusion, feeling a bit lost in the maze. So your advice is to really, when you are struggling with indecision and things like that, when you are sort of feeling as though you're stuck in the maze, stuck in the rat race, you don't know which way to turn, you don't know which way is the right way to go, really, really focusing on trusting your intuition, and talking through things with people that, and I want to say too, people that sort of are the sunshine in your life as well, people that bring a lot of light and happiness into your life, talking things through with them. It may even be talking things through, with people that you see that they are making really happy choices in their particular life, and it's leading them to a sense of happiness, and you kind of going, that person looks happy. How can I, they would be a perfect person to advise me on how I can be happy as well. So I do feel as though there's this element of, talking it through with other people, and asking for advice when necessary, and really focusing on, following the happiness, following your intuition, following the things that, make you feel happy, making the choice that makes you feel happy, rather than, you know, overthinking those choices. Okay, but leave me a comment and let me know if that resonates for you, Gemini. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. So do like and subscribe to the channel. But moving on to Cancer. How are we today, Cancer? Just looking today at, are you on the right path? Okay. Is Cancer on the right path? Cancer, are Cancer on the right path? Okay, so very interesting, Cancer. I've got contradictory answers here, and they're straightforward answers too. We're not looking at any of the in the middle type cards. We're looking at a resounding, resounding no, and then a resounding yes. Okay, so that's leading me to believe that, you know, when it comes to something in particular in your life, no, you're not on the right path. But then, you know, overall, yes, you are on the right path. Okay. Pardon me, Cancer. I will grab clarity for that no. What aspect is Cancer not on the right path? Clarity for no for Cancer, please. Okay, so I do have the Stork here, which talks about stirring up new beginnings and things. So there's a path that you're considering taking. I feel as though this is something that you haven't actually started on that journey yet, but it's warning you. It's like a warning that don't stir up that energy, because that's not the right path for you. You're trying to stir up some sort of new energy. Some one more for Cancer with this. Yeah. So pardon me. We do have at the bottom of the deck there emotions, the moon card. So you're trying to stir up some new path emotionally. So I am just intuitively getting for a lot of you here that this is actually talking about a love connection. You're not quite on the right path when it comes to a certain love connection that you're following. Okay, I'm just getting that intuitively, but the Stork card talks about, you know, stirring up new energy. So there's something new that you are going after that is actually not the right path for you. That it's going to actually play out differently, and that's not actually the path that you are going to follow, or the path that you should be following. But overall, as a whole, overall, yes, you are on the right path, okay? But we'll have a look at the challenges you may be facing, Cancer. Challenges for Cancer on their path, please. Challenges for Cancer on their path. It also could definitely be that you're kind of wavering in between knowing whether you are on the right path or on the wrong path, and you're having a lot of indecision, confusion going on for you with your path at the moment. But I do feel that overall, yes, you are on the right path, but there's a certain thing that may not, that you may be following or pushing a certain thing that is not actually, you know, going to play out the way that you think it is, and that in itself may not be part of your overall path. Okay, and I do intuitively feel that it's a love thing. All right, but as your challenges, we do have perseverance. Okay, so that does say, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Okay, so you're doubting yourself. So once again, that no and yes answer, it definitely could be you doubting yourself, that you're you know, feeling as though I don't know which path is the right path for me. I don't know you know, what my path is. But it's letting us know that, you know, whatever you set your mind to, you can do it, and you can make that your new path. You know, free will does exist. So even when we're seeing a no, that definitely, if you choose that anyway, it just becomes a part of your path, and then, you know, it just is like a detour and changes the direction slightly, and you know, we then it's like when you're in like Google Maps, and you take a wrong turn, and then the map actually uploads and rerouting. Now take a left instead of turning right. Now turn left, and then go up this way instead of going back, because you missed a turn or something like that. So it's that rerouting kind of energy. You are able to reroute your own path as well. And perseverance, knowing that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Like I said, even if you make the wrong choice, rerouting, okay? So it doesn't matter if we make the right or wrong choices. Yes, it's a lot easier to follow our path if we follow the directions that we're given from, our intuition, our heart. But even if you do make a mistake, take the wrong path, do something that, maybe not the right thing for you, it's still going to reroute, and you're still going to find your way back to where you need to be for you. Okay. So stop worrying so much about it. I want to say, Cancer. We also have gratitude. Okay, so that may actually be a challenge for you in the near future with, feeling grateful that you are on this path. So maybe feeling as though, yes, I have taken a wrong turn somewhere in there, but being grateful for that experience, because, you may not have seen that scenery. If you didn't take that wrong turn, you may not have seen that particular scenery that you've seen along that journey. You may not have, sometimes, especially when it's like a love connection, it can be quite hard to have gratitude for something that was so hurtful in our past. If we do take a wrong turn in love, it can be quite hard to be grateful for those wrong turns, because of the pain and the hurt and the loss. But it does talk about, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So even if that didn't work out, even if that ended up being, no, that's not the right path, it still presented new opportunities to you. It gave you an opportunity to learn more about yourself, more about love, more about, how to choose the right path in the future. Okay, Cancer. So, getting a bit in depth here, aren't we? But we'll get some advice for you, Cancer. Cancer, advice for Cancer on their path, please. Advice for Cancer on their path, please. Okay, so I'm getting pretty clear advice here for you, Cancer. We do have the lilies, followed by the star, as well as the ship. Okay, so what that's sort of telling us, the lily is about long-term kind of stuff. So it's asking us here, with the star card being all about your truest wishes and desires, it's kind of asking you, what are your long-term wishes? What are the desired outcomes for you with your life? So when, 20 years from now, if you look back at your life, and what do you want to be able to say about your life and about the choices that you've made, about the path that you have walked in your life? What are the things that you desire the most out of this life? What are the things that are closest to your heart, closest to your true desires? Because the lilies does have a strong emotional intimacy with ourselves component. So it really does talk about, being very emotionally intimate with yourself about what it is that you do truly desire. Okay, so what is it that you truly, truly desire? What path, like I said, 20 years from now, what do you want? What wishes do you want to have been fulfilled 20 years from now, that you can actually start taking steps towards now? Because with that there, being emotionally intimate with ourselves about what our truest desires even are in the first place. But then with the ship there, it's all about starting that journey to, reach those desires. Take a small step now, and you never know, 20 years from now, you might look back and go, oh, wow, all my dreams came true. Everything that I desired, I got, because you took small steps. You started that journey. You started the adventure. And it's an adventure. Okay. I really feel as though, life in general is an adventure. Every single day, it can either take us closer or further away from these true desires. So, no matter whether you make the wrong or right choices, like I said, with that rerouting thing, no matter if you're making the wrong or right choices, it's an adventure either way. You get to experience, okay, along the way. So it's all that journey, that it's a journey to learning and learning more about yourself and what it is that you truly desire. But I really feel as though that's straightforward, sort of telling us to start that journey, start that adventure towards our truest desires. Okay, Cancer, that's that's what I have for you. But do leave a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for a free personal reading. So do like and subscribe to the channel as well and keep updated about that. But we'll move on to Leo. Okay. Hi, Leo. How are we today? I'm just looking at, are you on the right path? Okay. Leo, are you on the right path? Okay, slightly off balance, Leo. That does say off balance. Sorry about the reversed camera there, but we do have trust as well. Okay, so you are slightly off balance. That doesn't mean you're completely off your path. It just it's more feeling like you yourself, Leo, a little bit off balance and not sure whether you're on the right path. So once again, trust that you are on the right path. Trust that you know you're making the right decisions to get on the right path. Okay, but we'll see what your challenges are. Challenges for Leo on their path, please. Okay, Leo, firstly we have fear. All right, so that does say, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So yeah, you're obviously struggling with this trusting that you're on the right path, fearing too much fear that you're on the wrong path. I feel there. Realize that you are testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. So straight away that lets us know that, you know, trust and love is how you make sure you are on the right path for yourself, Leo. We also have envy coming through. So that does say, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So, you know, not taking other people's paths into your path too much. So not looking at other people and where they are on their journey, but looking at where you are yourself. You know, not having any envy toward anyone, and not you know, not when it comes to envy, it's a very two-way street. So it's not looking at somebody else and going, oh, why do they have so many more challenges than I do, and then looking at another person and going, oh, they've got it easy. Like, so it's really finding that balance where you're not actually comparing yourself to others, and understanding that your challenges are your challenges. Everyone else has their own challenges. Even if it seems like they are having zero challenges, everybody has their own challenges, okay? So less worry about what's going on, you know, for other people and their paths, and no feeling like you're too far behind or too far ahead of other people around you. Just trusting that you're on the right path for you. Okay. Advice for Leo. Advice for Leo on their true path, please. Advice for Leo on their true path. Okay, so Leo, I do have the Leo card on the bottom of the deck there, the sun as well. So, you know, quite strong showing up in your own reading there. But we do have the rider, okay, coming through on this beautiful rainbow. The rider does sort of bring good news. So, you know, it's that, once again, it's that trust that you are on the right path. The rider is also very swift and quick, like a quick sort of energy as well. So, you know, go forth with happiness, Leo. It really does sort of bring that to mind, that you just keep on going, you know, journey, just keep following that rainbow, and you know, and we also are seeing the well, so it does let us know too, go deeper. Okay, go a lot deeper, you know, going fast and go deep. All right, is what it's sort of letting us know as your advice is to go deeper. All right, so anything that you feel, you know, those challenges, you know, go deeper into that, and understand why that is a challenge for you. But it really does talk about, you know, dropping down into the bottom of the well of you yourself, dropping down into that well, and trusting that there is water there for you to get at the bottom. All right, it really does talk about that deepness of, you know, going deeper with the questions that you're asking when you're trying to, you know, choose what path to take. go deeper and question okay. But we are seeing another quick card as well. We do have the Scythe here, so that's sort of letting us know that the Scythe is about sudden unexpected changes, but when it's advice for you on your path, I do feel as though that's letting us know, to make your decisions quicker. We do have two very fast energies here. So rather than contemplating so much, go deep into your own resolve and make that decision quickly with your intuition and the trust in the universe that even if I make the wrong choice, I trust that that's part of what I need to, the road I need to travel. So making choices a little bit more sudden and sometimes even making the unexpected choice as well, really following your intuition and don't let unexpected changes hold you back. I want to say there with that, it definitely can talk about some unexpected changes, but you dealing with them in an unexpected way and trusting that that is part of the path that you do need to follow, Leo. Like I said with that off balance card, you may be slightly off balance, but there's nothing, when you're off balance, it's not a yes or a no. So it's not you're on the wrong path or anything like that. It's just you're slightly tilted, slightly off balance. You may be walking sideways down the path rather than head on, whereas the rider and the scythe are both sort of asking us to face that path a little bit more head on and stop looking to the side at what other people are doing. Worry about your path and your path alone, Leo. Okay, so that's what we have for you. Do leave a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading. But also like and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. But moving on, we'll have a look at Virgo. How are we today, Virgo? Just looking today at, are you on the right path? Okay, is Virgo on the right path? Is Virgo on the right path? Oh, 2 came out straight away. We do have off balance, okay? So Virgo, slightly off balance. That doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. It just means that you're slightly off balance. There's something affecting you from heading straight down that path at the moment, that you kind of you may be walking sideways down that path rather than head on. Okay, but undoubtedly as well has come out. So stop doubting that you're on the right or wrong path. Just trusting a lot more that you are on the right path. We just had a very similar message for Leo as well. So if you do have strong Leo, it may be worth checking that one out as well. But undoubtedly you are on the right path. You're just slightly off balance at the moment, and I feel as though that's just within you, Virgo. There's something holding you back from heading on straight ahead, kind of a vibe there. Okay, challenges for Virgo. Challenges for Virgo on their path, please. Challenges for Virgo on their path. Okay, Virgo, we do have humor coming through here. So that does say, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So you may be trying, struggling a little bit, seeing the humor in things and the way that the universe brings things into our life and brings things out of our life, just struggling a little bit, that coming through as a challenge. So, finding that lighter side of everything, even the harder things, okay? Don't forget the humor, the lighter side of life as well. We also have peace coming through. So peace being a little bit of a challenge for you. You may have a bit of chaos, may feel like a bit of chaos going on around you. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. So you may be someone who just really struggles, being playful and humorous and releasing the negative stuff. You may just be somebody who, tends to hold on to the more negative things, but that's probably what's holding you off balance slightly, Virgo. But we'll get some advice for you as well. Okay. Advice for Virgo to stay on their true path, please. Advice for Virgo on their path. Okay, so we are firstly seeing the house energy for you, Virgo. So that straight away does let us know that your advice is to, yeah, be more stable within yourself. Don't allow, any external chaos to, make you lose your stability. Finding that peace and humor to help keep you stable on this path. We do have that off balance, and the house is advising you to, try to find your own sense of stability and peace with your path and the path that you are walking, even if you feel like you've made a wrong choice, a wrong detour here or there. Feeling secure in the fact that, do you know what, even if I made the wrong choice, even if I am on the wrong path, I'm secure, and I'm actually going to, stick with it, and I'm going to, persevere through the harder stuff, not allow it to affect me. Pardon me. We also do have the mask energy coming through, Virgo. So that's one of the unique cards to this deck. And it really does talk about putting on a different mask for different things. Okay, so that may be somehow important to you, on the right path, is to make sure that we are, everybody sort of does do this in some ways, but it's kind of talking about adjusting yourself to fit the situation. So, if you're in a situation where it's a high energy, chaotic situation, adjusting the sides of yourself that deal with that. So instead of dealing with that, you may already deal with that with frustration, with, this is too much, it's overwhelming. Slightly adjusting yourself and fitting into that chaos, and just going with the flow a little bit more, putting on a mask like, this is okay, I can handle this. It may not be, 100% the truth of how you do feel. It may still be quite overwhelming, but, that you are putting on this mask of, I can cope with this anyway, because I really get the vibe with that mask card. I do get that vibe of that, it's kind of like the affirmations idea, where, the more and more that you tell yourself something exists, or the more that you tell yourself, like a positive affirmation, for example, I am beautiful. Okay, so the more that you actually put on that mask and tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, the more that actually becomes your reality, and the more that you actually start to believe that you are beautiful, and that actually starts to occur in real time as well. So if it's that, fake it till you make it is what I want to say there. Even if you don't 100% feel um, you know bringing around that peace within yourself, through that mask. Okay, so even if you're feeling like chaos inside, behave peacefully, so that you can, eventually you will get to that stage where, even when things are chaotic, your natural instinct will be to be more peaceful with that, and you'll be able to cope with that a lot easier. And eventually you actually find that, even with all this chaos, and you still may feel chaotic, but you also will feel that peace coming through, and be able to deal with it a lot easier, more naturally. All right, because we do also have the bear energy. So the bear energy does let us know that you're advised to, keep your boundaries strong, stand firm and tall, proud as well. The bear really is a protective energy. So, make sure you're protecting yourself. And I feel as though sometimes this is what that mask can be a little bit about as well, protecting yourself by putting on that mask, not letting people, see how much chaos you really are in, because, there may be some people that are going to throw you even more off balance, and take advantage of that. So really being protective of yourself, and if you need to put on a little bit of a mask in order to, be guarded, and be stable, you really will find that actually ends up paying off for you. I do feel as though that will sort of become second nature to you, and when people try to throw you off balance in the future, they will be less able to, because you are, going to be quite grounded within yourself. It's kind of like finding that stability in that fake it till you make it thing again. Even if you're not 100% stable within yourself, the more and more that you act stable and behave stable and talk stable to yourself, the more you're going to actually become stable as well. All right, Virgo. So that's what we have for you. Leave me a comment and let me know how that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But we will move over to Libra. How are we today, Libra? Just looking today at, are you on the right path? Okay, Libra, is Libra on the right path? Okay, slightly veering off, Libra. We do have veering off coming through there. So something kind of, I feel like something in particular has put you off your path just a little bit. So you're slowly starting to veer away from the path, but you're not totally off it yet. Okay, you're just at risk of veering off, I feel. And this is why more info needed. Okay, so there's something that you I feel as though you're probably being tempted to walk a certain path, but you haven't actually got all the information about what that decision is actually going to lead to. So actually needing to look a little bit deeper into things at the moment, and get as much information as you can before you do choose to walk down that path. All right, so I feel as though that's something in particular, a particular area of your life, Libra, where you are just needing a little bit more information at the moment to make sure that you don't veer off the path. Okay. Challenges for Libra. Challenges Libra will be facing on their path, please. Challenges for Libra on their path. Straight away, here we go. We have worry as well as regret. Okay, Libra. So straight away, I feel as though, that's possibly why we're veering off track, because, you're worrying about having regret. You're worrying that if you walk this path, you make this decision, that you will, look back a month from now and go, oh, I really regret making that choice and walking that path. So that's why the more information is needed before you're making these decisions, okay? To avoid those sorts of outcomes and obstacles for you there. With the worry card, that does say, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Okay, so the more you worry about it, it's not going to change it. It's just going to, stress you out. We also have regret. So I know that I cannot change the past. Okay, so no point, you can't look back. Well, you can, but there's no point looking back at the mistakes you may have made in the past if you're only looking back with regret. If you're looking back in order to learn from them, fantastic. But I feel as though this is more a future energy of, that you're worried that you're going to regret a choice that you make in the future. So really, that's what's veering you off path at this time, is that you are worried about the future regrets. So you can't worry about something that hasn't even happened yet. You can't regret something that you haven't done yet. Okay, so get some extra information before you're making choices at the moment, to avoid regret in the future. All right, but we'll get some clear advice for you there, Libra. Advice for Libra. Advice for Libra on their true path, please. Advice for Libra with their path, please. Okay, so we are firstly seeing the rider coming through, Libra. So that pretty much lets us know, keep going on that rainbow, fly right on. Keep walking one way or another, keep moving forward. All right, the rider does, move, and it's very sort of swift energy. So it does sort of let us know that, full steam ahead is the kind of vibe I'm getting with that. We also have the garden coming through here. So that really does talk about social situations. Okay, so your advice is to sort of get out there and get out there with all your good news and share and be more sociable, be more public. It can also talk about, meetings and propositions and invitations and taking invitations. So when things are offered to you, taking up the invitation, if someone invites you to go out for coffee, meeting up with that person and, going full steam ahead into a more social version of yourself, I feel, with that card coming through. I'm definitely getting the vibe too that there may be people around you that can actually help you remove those worries and regrets and help you, like an advice kind of thing, help you, stay on the right path instead of veering off. So that I feel as though that socially could be talking about, going to a meeting with a friend and talking to that friend about your options, about the choices you're wanting to make, jumping in headfirst to anything you're invited to, any events, public sort of things that you're invited to in the near future, as advice there. And we also have the tree as well. Okay, so the tree really does talk about self-growth, education. All right, so you're advised to learn. You're advised to learn more about yourself. Once again, with that more info needed. All right, so learn, ask the questions, get the information. Research the things that the options that you're presented with when it comes to certain paths you may take in the near future. Do your research, do your due diligence, use your wisdom, your inner voice, and focus on your self-growth and your self-care as well. So that really does talk about yourself as well. So, relying on yourself just a little bit more, your inner wisdom, but making sure we are sort of, getting the more info if we do need that there as well. All right, so that's what we have for you today, Libra. Leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. But also like and subscribe to the channel. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But thank you all so much for your support so far. I do appreciate it. But moving on to Scorpio. How are we, Scorpio? Are Scorpio on the right path? Are Scorpio on the right path? Okay, pretty clearly here, Scorpio. We do have no, and then we do have realign. Okay, so you're not, there's some aspect where you're not currently on the right path. You're headed in the wrong direction. You do need to realign yourself with the right path for yourself, Scorpio. Okay, so if you are asking about a specific area of life, no, unfortunately, we do need to realign with our true purpose. Okay, all right. Obstacles, challenges for Scorpio. Challenges for Scorpio with their true path, please. Challenges for Scorpio with their true path. Okay, Scorpio. So we do firstly have pride coming through. As we all know the saying, pride cometh before a fall. So I'm really feeling as though there's something about the path that you're currently on. You are sticking it out because of prideful reasons, because you feel as though people are going to judge you for deciding this is not right for me. I don't want to be on this path. I want to get off this ride. Your pride is holding you back from realigning at this time. So there's something going on for you, Scorpio, where your pride is getting in the way of you actually following your true path. You're taking on board other people too much and what you believe other people want you to be doing, or choices that other people are suggesting you make. And I do feel as though that's what's going on here, and that's why we're needing to realign, because you're actually aligning with others' expectations, not your own. Okay, it does say, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Okay, so yeah, it may be right. It may be the right choice for that person over there, but it may not be the right choice for you, Scorpio, and you need to love yourself first. All right, so we do also see happiness coming through. So that does say, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay, so happiness is a bit of a challenge for you at the moment. That's why we're needing to realign, because you're not happy at the moment on this particular path. Whether this is your life as a whole, or just in particular areas there, you're not happy, and admitting that to yourself, that happiness has been a bit of a struggle, a bit of a challenge for you on this particular path. It's letting you know that you're not on the right path, and that you do need to sort of follow your happiness, Scorpio. Find what makes you feel happy and head toward that, rather than continuing down a path that is not making you happy at all. All right, but we'll get some advice for you there, Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio for their true path, please. Advice for Scorpio to follow their true path, please. Advice for Scorpio for their true path. Okay, Scorpio. So firstly, we do have the clockwork card coming through for you. So this is unique to this particular deck, but it really does talk about divine timing, choosing, making time, taking time, trusting in time, all sort of anything you can sort of think of with time. All those little phrases like it will happen. It'll happen when the time is right. All those sorts of things. It's not the right time. You're not on the right path. You do need to realign with the right time to get the right time. That sounded very convoluted, but it's divine timing, and trusting that things will happen the way that they are supposed to happen. Okay, and even if you're not on the right path now, that if you do take the time to stop and think about where does my true happiness lay, that you will actually in the right time get to the right path for yourself. So your advice is I feel like it's take the time, more than anything, to take the time to trust that things will happen in time. All right, because we do also have the feminine energy coming through. So, I don't like to genderize the masculine and feminine there. So this is really just talking about that emotional nurturing side of yourself. So nurturing yourself, and sitting down, taking the time to assess your true emotions on your path at the moment. So really, really looking at things from that emotional perspective of what actually is making me happy, and is this particular path making me happy? Because with that being the challenge, we do feel as though it's not making you happy as happy as you should be or could be. But taking the time to really sit down with your emotions and work through those emotions, nurture yourself, and get in touch with those emotions, and work out, where are you going to find that happiness for yourself? Maybe, realigning with a different path is going to actually bring you more happiness. We also see the bear energy. Okay, so that's letting us know, once again, it's got that very nurturing element, that bear energy. So it does talk about protecting yourself, protecting your emotions, and protecting that happiness is the main thing I'm getting from that. It's, protecting your happiness, and standing strong and powerful in yourself, and knowing, that once again, it does link closely with that pride card as well. So, I love myself, and I can see myself in everyone. So even if these choices are the right choices for somebody else, they're not right for me. They're not bringing me happiness. And I'm going to stand strong and firm, and go for what I believe in, go for what is making me feel happiness, making me feel loved, and protect those positive energies around myself. Okay, so that's what we've got for your advice there, Scorpio. But, leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everybody that does comment will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Keep updated. But we'll move over to Sagittarius. How are we today, Sagittarius? Just looking today at, are you on the right path? Okay, Sagittarius. Is Sagittarius on the right path? Is Sagittarius on the right path? Okay, so we do have here, Sagittarius, more information needed, okay? Some more information is needed. You do need to research a little bit more. Look inside yourself, I want to say, and go back to basics, all right? So when I see the go back to basics, that does mean that, you know, you're not necessarily off your path. The fundamentals are there, all right? So the basics, when you get back to the basics of that path that you're walking, they are there, okay, and they are clear. But there's more info needed about what all these other things are coming through onto your path and clogging up that path for you, Sagittarius. Go back to basics, clear out all the unnecessary stuff that's blocking your way on your path at the moment, and get the information that you need to start walking you know, that path clearly. All right, we'll have a look at your challenges, Sagittarius. Challenges for Sagittarius with their path, please. Challenges for Sagittarius on their path. Okay, so we are seeing indecision. All right, so that does mean that's probably why that more information is needed, that go back to basics, because your judgment is a little bit clouded at the moment. You're really struggling making the right choices, making any choices, I feel. You're clogging up that path so that you don't have to, you know, move forward. You know, I feel as though that may be you clogging that path and stopping yourself, holding yourself back because of indecision, that you're not making any clear decisions one way or another, and therefore it's just sort of everything starting to sort of crowd in over you and over the correct path. So really going back to basics so that we can clear out that indecision and not have to deal with that. It does say, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So go back to basics and follow your intuition about where you need to go, because I feel as though, yeah, you are probably clogging that that path a little bit yourself, and that more information is needed, just in the sense of what is my intuition even telling me? It feels like you're really struggling with that at the moment, especially too here we have self-esteem, okay, and that does say, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Okay, so a lot of you may be struggling with issues of self-esteem, and that's what's holding you back from, you know, running down that path straight on, you know, dead ahead. I feel as though you're holding yourself back, and self-esteem may be a big part of that. You may be, you know, fearful that you're not going to be able to accomplish the things that you do want to accomplish. So you may be just sort of clogging your own path, you know, worried that you're not good enough for this path that you are walking. Okay, and so that's coming through in indecision, in not clearly making choices, because you know, you're worried that you maybe don't deserve to walk that path. So don't allow that to hold you back. You know, you do possess gifts of the soul that benefit you. Okay, Sagittarius, but we'll have a look at advice for you. Okay. Advice for Sagittarius on their path. Advice for Sagittarius on their true path, please. Okay, so we are seeing very similar elements coming through in your advice. Okay, so firstly, we do have the anchor, all right? So that lets us know that, yes, you are holding yourself back, you're holding yourself down a little bit, but also to, you know, be secure in yourself, be more stable and secure in the decisions that you're making. You know, even if you feel as though you maybe possibly making the wrong choice, be secure that you're going to follow that path anyway. You can always, you know, Google Maps, you take a wrong turn, and Google Maps will come up and go, rerouting. Okay, so be stable in the knowledge that even if you do make the wrong choice, and you do sort of walk down a path that's not quite right for you, be stable in knowing that you can actually, reroute that path any old time and get back to your true path whenever you need to. Okay, so just be more secure in yourself as well, linking in with that self-esteem. Don't allow your self-esteem to take advantage of you. Be secure in who you are and the choices that you're making. Okay, we also do have the clover. Okay, so it is very good luck energy that you are sort of going to find the right path for yourself. The clover really does talk about taking a chance, taking a risk. So not allowing that indecision to hold you back. Just take a chance on what your intuition is telling you. Like I said, you can always reroute that path down the track if you need to, but take that risk. Take that risk to actually take those first steps up that path. Don't hold yourself back, all right? But we also do see the magnifying glass, okay? So straight away that's linking up with that more info needed card there. So it's really sort of taking a closer look at the information presented to you, having a bit of research might be needed into why your self-esteem is affecting you like this, why you're not why do you need to go back to basics on the path that you're walking? What's clogging up your path? Looking at more information about what path you even want to take in this world, and not allowing indecision to take hold. So why are you so indecisive about which path you want to walk? Questioning yourself, really researching, a bit deeper into all those sorts of things, and taking a chance anyway, all right? Because I do feel as though that's coming through a little bit as high risk, high reward. So, take a chance to walk a path, even if it's the wrong path. You can always, do your little Google Maps reroute. You can take a left instead of a right to get back to the right path eventually, because there's always that element too that even if you're not on the right path, you can still get back to the right path. You can choose to, turn around and restart, get back to basics. But you can also choose to, find a new way back to that path as well. There's things happen for a reason. Okay, so the reason that you are currently, maybe not quite, a bit off balance, bit needing to get back to the basics of who you are and what path you do truly want to walk. All right, but let me know how that resonated for you, Sagittarius. Everyone that comments on one of the videos will go in the draw for a free personal reading. So let me know. Also, like and subscribe to the channel as well. I really do appreciate the support. But moving on to Capricorn. How are we, Capricorn? Just asking, are we on the right path? Is Capricorn on the right path? Okay, firstly, we have definitely Capricorn, so definitely on the right path, but still some more information is needed, all right? We do have more info needed coming through, so still some more information that we can be gleaning, I presume, but definitely on that right path as a bit of an overview for you, Capricorn. There may just be some more information needs to come to light for you to know why or understand why you are on the right path, okay? All right, challenges for Capricorn on their path, please. Capricorn, a lot of people have gotten this second card today, but your first card is blame, okay? So I accept responsibility for my own well-being, all right? So whereabouts in your life, are you blaming others for putting you off your path or making you feel as though you're not on the right path? There is some sort of obstacle of blame on your path where, you do need to accept responsibility that, yes, this is your path and yes, you are the one walking it. Don't blame others for steering you off course. I want to say with that. We also do have envy, okay? So that really does talk about other people as well. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges, okay? So no need to feel envious of others if we feel as though they're further up their paths than we are on ours. But also no need to, hold that envy that someone is further back, and they still have more to learn. It kind of goes both ways with that envy card. So, it does talk a lot about, not looking at where other people are on their paths, shifting the blame from others that they may be holding you back on your path, or they may be racing ahead of you on your path because they're not on your path. They have their own obstacles and challenges. They have their own path. All right. You need to take personal responsibility of where you are at on your path, and not worrying about where other people are at on their path. All right. But we do want to get some advice for you as well. All right. Advice for Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn to stay their true path. Advice for Capricorn to stay their true path. Okay, so we do firstly have the birds kind of flipped itself out. So there may be an important conversation coming up that is part of your path, all right? So your advice is to, go into that conversation, wings open. So, go into that conversation open to this person. I do feel as though, as an advice, it may just be talking about things more, talking to people about things a little bit more, that more information needed, having the conversations with other people about, like those deep conversations, like that you may ask someone who you're very, very close to, like, we are seeing the envy card, and I'm trying to advise you against, holding yourself against others' paths. But I do feel as though we may be looking at a conversation with somebody to, reassure us and advise us that, we are on the right path. So, asking, a close friend, do you think I'm on the right path? How do you see me? Like getting some more information to, and especially when it comes to that blame as well, outright saying to somebody like, is it right to blame this person for this thing? That did they throw me off my path? Did they hold me back? Like, and really starting to accept your own role, but having a conversation, maybe even just with yourself, having a deep conversation about, who you are blaming for holding you back. I feel like majority of you, that's what's happening here, is there may be some sort of blame for other people creating challenges for you on your path, and that's the more information that you need is to have a conversation with yourself about the path that you're on. All right. We also see the bear energy. Okay. So that really does talk about, standing strong and powerful in your own energy, on your own path, protecting yourself along the way, but not to the point of being overprotective. Like we do see there that the bird's wings are wide on open. So still being open and vulnerable with people, but also protecting our own interests, protecting our own well-being. Okay. Taking responsibility for your own well-being and nurturing yourself along that way, protecting yourself, protecting those parts of you that, are, looking at these challenges that other people may have as well. But it is definitely a very protective, guarded kind of energy. So, protect yourself quite strongly as we're going through, but also, in a sense of strong, powerful protection of yourself, rather than, stopping that from letting people in, stopping you from having those close relationships where you can get that extra information from people, but overall, Capricorn, it is a pretty positive reading, but we are asking specifically for challenges and advice. So this is what we've got. But we also do see the heart. Okay, so straight away that lets us know that we need to love ourselves a lot more, have that unconditional love for yourself, for the path that you're walking. Love yourself for your own well-being as well. Love where you're at. You're definitely on the right path. And the more information that is needed, the advice for you is to love yourself and to make choices and decisions from love. Have loving conversations, have nurturing conversations with people. Overall, though, love yourself, Capricorn, and you will definitely stay on that right path. All right, but that's what we have for you, Capricorn. Leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading. But thank you all for your likes and subscribes so far. I do appreciate the support. But we'll move over to our Aquarius. How are we today, Aquarius? Just looking at, are you on the right path? Okay. Is Aquarius on the right path? Okay, we do have a resounding yes coming through, Aquarius. So yes, you are on the right path, but there may be a need to rebalance yourself on that path. Okay, so you're on the right path, but I do feel that that rebalance is you yourself just needing to rebalance and trust that yes, you are on the right path. Okay. And rebalancing yourself to that path that you are already on. Okay. But we'll have a look at your challenges. Challenges for Aquarius on their path, please. Okay, so we do have worry coming through, as well as change. So you're worried about change. Basically, that may be what you need to rebalance with yourself. That you do have some worries within you about change that may come up if along this path. That this path may change without you sort of knowing about it, kind of a vibe. But worry, it does say, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So the more you worry about it, that just stresses you out, Aquarius. It doesn't actually change anything, okay? It doesn't, worrying just changes you and makes you need to rebalance even more. All right, and change. That does say, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Okay, so stop holding yourself back. Allow those changes to happen for you. Even if you are a little bit worried about them, allow those changes to happen, because they may be the change that rebalances you back to where you need to be on your path. And nothing happens without movement. So you can't keep walking your path without change. Every footstep along that path is a slight change, okay? So it's a change in your balance, a change in your footing, so accepting those changes and kind of going with the flow. Even if that path does change on you, like Google Maps, we can always reroute back to the right path as well, all right? And get to the same outcome regardless of how much you worry about it, all right? Okay, advice for Aquarius. That was too many. Advice for Aquarius with their true path, please. Advice for Aquarius with their true path. Pardon. Okay, so we firstly are seeing the key coming through. So I'm kind of feeling that that's very connected to that change energy. So it's accepting the new doors opening to you, accepting new opportunities coming in for you, unlocking new doors. Okay, so it's a very successful card. So stop worrying about the changes that are happening, because they may actually be these new doors that are leading you on a brand new adventure, exactly where your path needs to go. So, stop worrying about what's on the other side of the door and just focus on opening those doors and unlocking those opportunities for yourself. And then these next two do seem quite joined here with their message. We do have the road, first and foremost. As you can see in this particular card, it is the two doorways, okay? So, unlock those choices for yourself, unlock those new opportunities. This is a choice or decision coming up for you, and it's talking about, it doesn't matter which decision you make, you are going to make the right decision. No matter which path you take, it's going to be the right one for you. Okay, so don't worry so much about the choice, about the decisions that you're making. Just trust and know that you are making the right decisions for you. And the best advice for you here, we have the love. The heart card, okay? So that's all about love. And it's telling you to make these choices from a place of love, okay? So if you are faced with a choice or decision, to face that with love, with loving, positive energy, and follow your heart, really, when it comes to making choices. Follow the decision that your heart is telling you, your intuition is telling you, and that will rebalance you immediately, and you'll definitely be on the right path. If you make a choice out of love and loving energy, you will be making the right choice. Even if it turns out that, on the other side of that door, there's a monster, that may be part of your path. Okay. And like we said with that change card, you know, you can always reroute your path and get back to where you need to be, even if we make a mistake. But if we're following our heart, we're going to be making the decisions that are right for us either way. All right. So that's what we have for you. Leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. We're drawing that really soon, so please like and subscribe to the channel and keep updated about all of that. But we will sort of move on to our Pisces. How are we today, Pisces? Just looking today at, are you on the right path? Okay. Pisces, is Pisces on the right path? Okay, so I'm feeling drawn to grab that one from the bottom for you as well, Pisces, because we do firstly have contrary messages coming through. So firstly, we are seeing no. Okay, so overall there's something that you're not quite on the right path with that particular thing. I do feel as though that it is not necessarily your whole path. I feel as though that's just one of your paths, so one area of life where you may not be quite on the right path there. But then I was drawn to grab another one for this, definitely. So we have definitely close. Okay, so no, you're not on the right path, but you're definitely close to being on the right path. Okay, I feel as though you're probably doing some self-adjustment already, Pisces, to get yourself back onto the path that you do truly want to be on. All right, but we do have that no coming through. Okay, so there may be a certain aspect of your life that you are feeling like you're not on the right path in that area. All right. Okay, Pisces. Challenges for Pisces on their path, please. Hopefully this will show us what that no is all about. Challenges for Pisces on their path, please. Yeah. Okay, Pisces. So the no is all about this one here, the forgiveness. All right. So straight away, I feel as though there's something that you're not forgiving yourself for. And I feel as though this is looking back at the path you have traveled in a certain area of your life, and you're not forgiving yourself for maybe taking a wrong turn somewhere along the line. It does say here, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay. So possibly harboring some sort of resentment about a choice that you've made in the past, not forgiving yourself for something, for walking the wrong path somewhere along the line there. But as with any, every time we're talking about, following your path, you always get back to the right path, even if you're, off course at the moment. It does say you're definitely close. Okay, so forgiveness is the key to success when it comes to getting back onto the right path for you there. The other challenge we have for you here is service. Okay, so it does say, I feel good when I can help others. So that as a challenge, I feel as though that may be what has held you back a little bit too. Not forgiving yourself, but also, providing too much of yourself to others, and allowing yourself to be of service to others more so than yourself, and helping people on their path rather than helping you on your path, Pisces. So, when I'm seeing that come through, I as an obstacle, I do feel as though you've been too much of service. You've given too much energy to other people rather than, where you should be holding that to yourself and helping yourself with those things. All right, so that's what we've got for your challenges. But we'll have a look at advice for you, Pisces. Okay, Advice for Pisces. Advice for Pisces for their true path, please. Advice for Pisces on their true path, please. Okay, so firstly we do have the garden card coming through. Okay, so that's all about, in a standard reading, that is all about, meetings, proposals, invitations, those sorts of things. So I do feel as though, your advice is to be more social to start with that particular card, because it is a sociable card. But I feel like it's kind of talking about that service as well. Okay, so being, not necessarily just being more sociable, but being social in a way that is service to yourself first, and you're servicing your own wants and desires on a social aspect more so than the desires of others. Okay, so it kind of lets us know that you know if if you're someone who's always getting invited places, and just going along because you feel as though you have to, instead of doing that, inviting people to go where you want and do what you want, um, meeting, it's kind of meeting people halfway. I feel like, instead of just helping others all the time, inviting people to help you and support you a little bit more socially, getting out and about, and meeting up with people, meeting up with friends for coffee, those sorts of things, but not giving so much of yourself and your own energy to those sorts of things. Okay, so it's kind of a juxtaposition there, like fighting against its own energy as well. But it can also talk about the restful, positive stuff. So it can talk about things like meditation and things like that, and actually spending some more time, being sociable with you, and servicing yourself in that kind of spiritual manner, where you're looking after yourself, on a social type of level, where you're getting out and about and doing things that you really want to do, Pisces. Meeting yourself halfway, and being of service to yourself, and instead of all these things that you do to serve others, start serving yourself in those own ways. And if you're getting out and about, maybe by yourself too, maybe this is I'm feeling it may definitely be more about yourself, and in instead of going out for coffee with people, go out for coffee with yourself. Take yourself on a date. Those sorts of things coming through here. Your advice also, we have the mountain here. So the mountain does talk about challenges, but as an advice card, it does sort of let us know to, accept any challenges, accept any delays, put in hard work and perseverance to overcome any delays that you're faced with, any obstacles that you're faced with, and also to really sort of look at things not as an obstacle but as an opportunity. Okay, so look for the opportunity in obstacles. So even when things do seem like a huge, big mountain in your way, look at the opportunity that brings. This gives you the opportunity to oh, I'm going to get some rock climbing experience in here, climbing this big mountain. But you know what I mean? Like looking at it as an opportunity, rather than just as an obstacle, and trying to find the lighter side of things, and thinking about, okay, well, once I climb this mountain, I'm going to be at the top, and I'm going to be able to see for miles, and I'm going to know exactly how to get back down the other side and which path to take. That's not going to have any obstacles. So there may be a little bit of an obstacle for you yourself involved in getting back to the right path. But put in that hard work and perseverance, and you will get there, Pisces. We also have the well energy, okay? So that I feel as though that's coming strongly linked with that forgiveness for yourself. Go down into the well of Pisces, and at the bottom of a well we do usually have water, all right? So diving deep into yourself, diving deep into your emotions, and why you're struggling, giving people forgiveness or giving yourself forgiveness, and it really advises you to dive deeper and work out exactly what it is that's at the bottom of the well of Pisces, and deep down inside you, what path do you truly want to be on, and forgiving yourself if you have strayed that path a little bit, because we did see that you're definitely close, but you may not currently be on that path, but I feel as though you're at the bottom. The right path is at the bottom of this well, and it's just a matter of emptying your bucket down into that well and retrieving yourself, Pisces. All right. So very interesting message for you, Pisces. Let me know if that does resonate in the comments. If it doesn't resonate, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. We've had some very interesting readings today with this one. But let me know. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But hopefully I will see you all again soon.